going on with this fucking lighting in the midst of 1 second. That is too weird. And you're all my witnesses. So it's just about to, I got so frustrated over it. I was like about to explode because it was like 15, 20 minutes. It was lighting is good like it is now. And then it had changed. And then right while I was ranting on it just now to you, and I said, let's go test it. And I was certain as soon as like anywhere the camera was in this, like for 15 minutes out of nowhere, anything, my image, I was like glowing like a fucking alien or something. I was just like, it was just glowing. It was so annoying. It was like the worst filter job, like retarded, fucked up. It looked like you know, on acid doing it or something. You know, I was like, no. And then I got over there, and then and now it's back to normal. Brings a slight smile to my face, but not a full one, because I know things get taken away and go right back to going again any second. So I better shut the fuck up and keep going and count my blessings. I want to share with you something called the birth of Dog Eater. It's short. Don't worry, it's short. Birth of Dog Eater. Born into mother-father crosstown loathing. Learned lessons early. Life will be all you can stand. Life will be solitude and pain. Life will be bright with moments of violence and inequality. Dog Eater acclimated to the world of confrontation and pain until there was nothing but the way things are. Dog Eater sought to acquire self-knowledge and self-control. Dog Eater walked into the maelstrom and quickly learned the trade routes. Dog Eater saw Dog Eater blood, tasted it, overcame the barriers that separates one from self-possession, revulsion, innocence, denial, and moral restraint. The ability to withstand pain and commit acts of explosive and overwhelming violence with efficiency and zero hesitation were hard-won strengths. Almost immediately, Dog Eater realized most live under some kind of oppression. They need and trust it. They need boundaries set by others, because for many, there's a cutoff point where they need to relinquish control. Dog Eater knew early on there were those who wait for someone to hit that eventual threshold dictated by a god, lack of resolve, or well-placed propaganda. Then they wait, and when the victim of oppression hits the wall, the oppressor is there with the tepid culture, alcohol, slippery employment opportunities, and credit to soothe, addict, and entrap. They call it real life, and they approach it with grim and resigned determination. A life for many, not for the Dog Eater. Into the river of consequence went Dog Eater, breaking the spines of one lie after another. Dog Eater saw there was only truth, and that which stands in the way of truth. Truth is not painful. Flinching from it is. Where you're at is where you are, and all is good. That's the end of Dog Eater for now. I love Dog Eater. Mainly this entry is fully for me. Because I always in my mind, you know, like, oh, it'd be great, you know, if I can capture, you know, video journal entries, 3 a day, you know, morning, sometime in the middle, and then 1 at the end, you know, so then I can see myself in 3 different settings of the day, you know, in multiple days, and I can figure things out. But I never, it's not as easy getting 3 up a day as I thought it would be. So today actually, no, see, I'm so out of my fucking mind. I thought I did 3 today. This is only the second. Because I did tape something earlier with that intent, but I ended up fucking deleting it before it sucked. And wow, I thought it was 3 hours. So this is only just the 2. This is only the second. Certainly glad I've survived that little burst of shit, which I knew I would, but it really, you know what really helped actually when I look back on today now, and with this, coming down and spilling my guts into that thing a little bit, you know, that was very therapeutic. I gotta make sure, because you know, I don't know, I had the energy to get up though, out of bed and everything. Anyways, to show you another one of my little rogue strategies to combat boredom and complacency and shit, and just with a little bit of oomph, even if you can't, when you're entrapped and you're in a vehicle somewhere or nothing, or sit in a room or house. Good old dictionary. I do the old minute, you know, it's all random. Stop. Put my finger in there. There you guys. I don't know what the word what. So I usually do all well like that. Whatever that is. This is the signal talking to me, which is what kind of message is it sending? You guys are seeing it first. It's one that was underlined. Holy shit. One that I had, oh, this is too freaky. And what is it? Look. Can you read? There it is. Mania. Holy shit. Maniac. Maniac is the one that's circled. That's funny, man. That's just a little cool game. This game, I always get a kick out of it. I always get something wild like that. Alright, so I guess the other thing is you read the entire thing. Even all the little weird dictionary writing, you know, like and SB, you know, like slash. Mania. This is a double circle. So mania, maniac is separated. Mania, 1 is the first part of the word. Wild in I gotta kick out into something so, you know, not just insanity. Like in a sentence and describing anything, and you need the word insanity. Well, this is a special version of insanity. It's not regular plain insanity. It's wild insanity. Wild insanity. Obsession. Maniac. Noun. Violently insane person. Oh God, that's funny. I think that's funny. I do, after, you know, spinning it randomly, and I had, for some other reason in the past, had circled that and underlined it. What are the chances, man? Fuck you. You know? Okay, I just broke my fucking little pocket dictionary in half of it, so. But this thing gets a lot of use, man. Sometimes and actually, I'll admit, sometimes I'm lazy. Fuck. I'll see it like out of arm's length, or I have to get up and get it, and I am fucking like ground turkey, chopped up, worn out, lazy, sluggish, whatever. I don't want to get it, you know, and I don't. And other times, you know, I will get up, or I'll get over here, and I'll claw it over with a sword or a Bowie knife or something, and then I'll have fun with it, you know. And in my mind, too, I'm having random fun, keeping myself occupied, positively, and I'm uploading knowledge, too. I'm increasing my vocabulary. I'm one-upping, you know, fucking the enemies, had an evil enemy that's out to fucking get me, you know, I'm fucking, got the Rocky music on, and, I'm playing, and I'm doing all the things, fucking, now, like, combating it, no, we're not gonna think, hate yourself, kill yourself, fucking destroy, explode, I'm thinking like, yes, okay, that's what that means, I can upload, not work, positive forward, even though it's little, itsy bitsy bits of positive, it's still bits of positive, as a place to, all you need is one little tincture of negative to fucking spoil 1,000 fucking gallons. So, kind of shit, I think of moments, small, just my life's been a fucking trip, man. One more. I don't like having this broken, fucking, see if I can do it with it in front. Okay. Alright, let's see. Universe, what do you speak to me? One, two, three. See, I've done this on the occasional times I've been, with women and dates, and been there, and that when every now and then, occasionally, that happens. I've done this with people, and that's the thing, is what I'm trying to say is, once you stick your finger in it and spread it, you gotta show it without looking. Alright, sorry, I didn't even show it. I'm gonna shit my ass if fucking, if there's another fucking circled one there. Alright, something that should be pertaining to maniac. Oh, I moved my finger, fuck. So I put it right back, right in this area. So what do we got here? Either, I'm closest to either Parkway, no, let's see how that's relevant. Park, Pass, Pasture. That one's a dud. Right up there. Huh. Oh yeah, I remember one time in the summer, and I think I have it on one of my little YouTube tapes. Way back, I have no fucking clue which one it was. The little Mr. Personality series thing in the summer, and I was doing this out in the garage. Like, this is what I do for fun. Showing like I was just showing now, and the first word I came to was my hand stuck in there, asking what the universe tell me, and on the camera it came, and my thumb was like right pointing on happy, right, and I thought that was the most hilarious, hugest signal to me, and cracked up, and then I did it again, like, all right, here's another one where and I put my hand into the same exact spot into happy again twice, and that's when I freaked and circled twice, and I think that's like, metaphysical. So I have to say, I have been, oh man, I've been combating some shit in, past handful of days, comes in waves. I'm really learning, and I'm making a lot of progress, I have to admit. I mean, no one knows because I'm just by myself, but the way I'm getting through, even though I still have some rough patches, the way, for the most part during the day, I'm seeing things, little things, like in a different dimension that I used to didn't see before. I'm like, if I just do that, make sure I do that now, not later, not right now, we do that now, then yes, then I'm just gonna have such a, like, not, it's gonna have no effect the way that thing has been having a thorn in my side, it'll be like, later. Or a lot of times it's, if I don't do that, then I'll have a lot of that, or I won't get that, or, won't have to do that in order to get rid of that after going by that. And it's surprising in my mind, like, that logic should be fucking one simple go. Why is any part of me even questioning what not do the right thing, or give it any kind of pushback. And so I dig, and like, what? And then I'm like, okay, why? Peel back, why? I want to get to the root of the fucking problem. First fundamental question or reason in which things are going right or wrong, and cut off the wrong thing, behavior or stop or whatever, and do it from there, and circumvent it and own it forever, so it's never a problem again, and even blossom from it. That's my mentality. But it doesn't always hold up, like a lot of times, to my dismay, especially in the past, up until this week, that moment, that one day I woke up and I had that, just like, it was great. I was like, just like woke up the total opposite of that 2.5 hour thing. I just like felt good, and 30 seconds after waking up, I think I said about it, or even less, I remember I was like going down like this to pull this thing of my cover to make the bed, and just this brilliant reasoning, like, kind of as a combination of like a, knowledge like hit me, and I already knew it, I just figured it out now. And it was like, hey, you can go at everything the same way. Everything is, I can still keep going, staying the course, but without having to go a full 110 miles an hour, flat line, level 29, ultra, super fucking power level go, with everything. It fucking drains me, and my whole pretty much life, adult life, I have been kind of living like that, like unadulterated, unbridled, my energy. I never thought, hey, I should fucking, oh boy, it's like this, all I have is let the oomph, and a lot of time it helped me, get things that were so far away, and it also is very destructive too, especially unchecked, It's like, now, all the lessons I know now, I don't, any of the women, or the handful of women I know in my past that, I'm not going to say, of course, but let's just say a couple, like three, the top couple, 3, 4, like, of my whole adult life, who have left me for one reason or another. I won't even go there on them, but out of the ones I would still like, would be like, if, like, it's getting to like, wow, like, if they saw how far I'd come, and I'm talking about in the in-between the scenes type living, like, just talk, in anywhere, in the bedroom, on the street, out with other people, like, my behavior is like, I'm like, wow, I'm acting the way they always wanted me to act back then, but for whatever reason, I was just an uncontrollable young animal, and And then I'm thinking like, fuck, and I wasn't opposed. I just didn't see it really. And it's like now it's like funny. I'm on my own. I'm single. I hate the way that word sounds. It bugs me. Single. Any label bugs me. Single. The other word I don't like is relationship. I hate the way that word sounds. It's so fucking. I want to like just punch it. Like relationship. Boom. It's just I hate that word. It's like long and flowy and wet and wissy. I don't like it. Single. Just, that bothers me too. Um, yeah, so like, so being, you know, on my own. That's the term I do like. That rolls off. I like that on my own because it sounds good. It's like a western. On my own. So on my own, I'm acting in those manners naturally, and it's coming to me now. It's all like yes, this is how you deal with the person who's serving the food or whatever. Or yes, it is nice to just talk and really, curious about other. If you're doing it with strangers too, like why would, and just all that kind of stuff. It's funny to me, especially like with. I was thinking like therapy, like the talking therapy. You go to the doctors and not a psychiatrist, not a shrink, but just like a talking therapist. And I haven't been to one year, like since I got divorced. I went to one for a little while, and then many times while I was married, years during that, family and for her. And I didn't want to go to any of them, but ultimately, in the end, I did every time for them, for her, for them, the family. And I'm thinking like, if I would do it back then for her, why the fuck would I not do it right now for me? What the fuck's wrong with me? And that like flares like, the jungle flares at night like in my head. Like, ta-da, yeah, that makes sense. It's not like therapy is a phone call away or anything, but just that type of, but that logic you can apply, and I have applied to so many other things. Like I think about over the years in these relationships that I used to like. Oh, I'm not in one, but it's okay. You catch me in a different hour. I'm like, I want someone to love me, like I'm like that too. But like in the, perfect it's, I don't know what the fuck I want, but I do, and I definitely do, and I definitely know what I don't want. Sign. Oh, it's talking to therapy thing, yeah. So, but no, you can apply that. Like, how many other things, like, I would be willing to say, to go to a communion or a party or a christening or a football game for someone's kid or birthday. But a lot of times I would go and didn't. And what's the lesson there? Like, okay, I would not do this normally for myself. But I did it for her, or for being in the family. And what's the thing? Being social. Coming out of yourself to, just interact, and as much as people would think I may give off, I hate fucking people. No, I love people. I just don't like the bad ones, and I have a just really keen set, it's like, and these are my venting things, and this is something I've been struggling and looking through with, has been my filter back when I was 20, 21, 22 with all the journals. Oh, I hope I remember. No, too much. Boy, I was like, oh, let me show you the whole, as the book said, I'm gonna finally after a year, the metal toolbox cool ones that I had, old-fashioned ones, 40s, my grandfather had, and I had have all the 27, 8 years of journals in there, and I cracked it open, I laid it out, and I'm taking pieces out and working on my little book, which I decided, which I have to admit, I really did not work on at all today. That doesn't sound good to say out loud, I don't like that. But sometimes I'm wrestling with it, figuring stuff out, not succumbing. I may howl and whine and scream and yell and curse and rah, rah, all that, but that's just sound of me fighting back, not getting crushed by it all, just like, and my way of doing it peacefully, you know. The way I look at things, kind of, and always have with, I guess, my little young adult mind, even when I was 20, everything. I start my life, when I think of my life soundtrack and, time thing, like after, like when you become a young adult. To me, I officially, in my mind, I always reference, the reference point was, and I kind of knew it then too, and I knew I didn't have one up until then, that day. Was that day I took my first karate class on July 2nd, 1991, when I ran into my teacher by accident. Earlier in that day, we had never met, and I was on my bike, and it was July 4th weekend. There's story behind all of that too, and then when I went back and we talked, he's with his wife and his kid, and outside the school, and I was looking, and they were coming to open, so we had this talk. I'm there on my bike looking in the windows as they were coming in early, I guess to do whatever in the school, not have class yet. And I was just out for a bike ride that day, and a lot of shit was shitty for me real quick. I had just lost my Jeep that I had dropped out of college to fucking buy, a brand new Jeep, brand new, but I dropped out of college to get a job in a fucking dental warehouse so I can make $300 payments and drive around in a brand new red Jeep. That's what I did. And then I quickly lost, I had just a year or so having the Jeep, and then I lost it because I couldn't afford the insurance. They jumped it up to like $5,000 or $6,000 a year or something, plus the payments, and I not making any kind of money. So I had to get rid of it, and this was like that summer, my first summer without a vehicle, and it was like 20, and all my friends had magically disappeared. I had a lot when I had that red Jeep, boy. Funny, huh? I don't know, my high school girlfriend, I had his way of making me go crazy and on and off again and destroying my mind. And him took that class, so I woke up that day, and for my whole life I gotta try karate, I wanted to do karate for my life, never once. And then I took that class that night, and the way I felt in there, and not like I'm the baddest guy, I was terrified with a lot of it, but the way, the energy, and just the whole struck everything about, I wired into it. I was just like, yeah, this is for me. I just knew it was weird. And when I was driving, I took the bus, I had no car. I was taking the bus home that night, and I remember, still in my mind, it goes back like Kung Fu, Kwai Chai King. On wheel though, and as I could see, I remember walking through the bus aisle, and kind of how it was lit up, and my backpack, and I just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is definitely what I want to do in my life. This is a good challenge. Fucking, this feels right. Yeah, I want to get a black belt, open my own school, and I want to be a teacher, and I want to do martial arts. Yes, and it came, and I knew it as right as rain, as fucking, I knew it like and I had been waiting for something, you know, because I didn't know anything, and you know, like I said, no parent guidance ever, you know, and now I'm navigating myself on my own since 13. I had no direction, you know, I was just damaged fucking kid, you know, like just circumstances of everything, you know, I don't know, I'm bouncing from one emotion, circumstance, and lack of guidance and support or anything to another. And that was like a fucking light shining lighthouse, you know, like a anchor thing to me. It was like, it was like that righteous strength and just one decision to, and I'm so glad I made it, I stuck with, because it's helped me so many times outside of karate and shit. And it will continue for the rest of my life. That's true. I know it. Whether I'm teaching or not or whatever, so I don't want to get into that, but. So that's where I reference my point of like, okay, my adult life, where it started, boom, then that's it. It's like second. And that's my reference point. Holy shit, 31 minutes, no fucking way. That's a good sign though for me. Because that means like that 31 minutes there just now, to me, just felt like 10. So that's a lot. Alright, watch this. Thank you. And, okay, yes, my name is Jason Mowad. Please like and subscribe. No, I can't say that. I'm sorry. Something like, say it. No, it's not. I just feel, I don't, I'm sure one day I will, but right now I don't. But I do want you to watch it and share it and get it around, and this is, you know, helps me against my enemies. Alright, my fellow YouTubians, don't go. I don't want them to go. The night's coming.